If you are a man who feels stuck in the position that you're in, exhausted, distracted, and drifting from life right now, feeling like you need a complete 180 reset, change in your life, then this is for you. In this video, I'm going to go over a call that I had with a man the other day and his exact situation and how this might relate to you, what's going on beneath the surface at the root level, and then 4 applicable things that you can take from this video to ultimately improve the situation and make you feel less stuck and more purposeful in the position that you are in. So let's hop in. So I was in a call the other day with a man. This was a man who was a pastor. He's also a social worker. He has a family. He's got a daughter who is 4 years old. A man who is doing a lot of good for humanity, for this world, and making a real impact on people's lives. I'll be honest, this is a very heart-wrenching call to make, and with this man, hearing his story and what's going on. He expressed within our call that he needed a complete life reset, it seemed like. He's studying for a license that will open up some entrepreneurial opportunities for himself that he said would create some more freedom for him within his schedule, within his time. But he also shared heavily considering the military for its stability benefits and something that is secure. So here we see a man who is battling between a dream, physical and financial freedom dream that he has, but also really craving security and stability in his purpose and in a line of work and for his family overall. He even said that in the past year or so, he feels like God has been very quiet in his life. He's been extremely drained and tired, and he gets home from work, and instead of giving his wife and his daughter the attention that they need, he will end up scrolling on his phone and not giving them that attention. As you can imagine, he was very shameful and guiltful, and I could see it on his face, I could hear it in his voice. This was really, really bothering him. He knew his family wanted and needed more from him, but he felt like he needed a drastic change in his life. Exhausted and tired of the position that he's in. Just feeling completely stuck in where he's at. He feels like he's procrastinating and avoiding tasks that need to be done, and ultimately this creates him being less present with his family because he's got this thing in the back of his mind that he knows that he needs to do. And on top of this, he feels like he's being very indecisive. He wants to go this way, like I had said, but he's being pulled the other way as well. And this is creating a lack of trust from his wife because of his indecisiveness. And then this begins to take a toll, a strain on his relationship. In a lot of ways, he felt like his only saving grace was his time in the gym, where he felt like if he didn't do it, he was going to go nuts. Now, if you're watching this, I imagine that you resonate to this story somewhat. All of it, maybe just parts of it, and myself included. I was in a very similar boat from the standpoint of, going all into my business and working hard in my business, but always on my phone, consumed by my phone, and then using an excuse that I was working on my phone, but a lot of times just distracted and not focused and clear, and using the tools with intention, but using them as a getaway, as certainty. And this began to put a really big strain on my fiance and I's relationship, because she came to me and said, like, you're spending way too much time on your phone. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. What do you mean? And maybe in my mind, I was working, I was deeming productive because I was in the headspace of always trying to find something work-related to do, something that I felt productive, that gave me a sense of worthiness of sort. I even got to one point where I felt like I wanted to uproot everything. This business is not even what I want to do. And coming up with all these different things to almost sort of like burn it all to the ground, when really that wasn't the solution at all. And really why I'm making this video is I want to talk about what's going on below the surface. And below that surface is human needs, psychological human needs that all of us need as humans. And that is certainty. We need a sense of certainty, significance. What are the ones that I'm looking for? Love and connection, and certainty, significance, love, and variety is the last one. I had to stop and look it up real quick. So all of these needs, they're not inherently, none of them are inherently bad by any means, but when they are taken out of context and put above, when some of these needs are put above love and connection, and then there's also spiritual needs of contribution and growth, and when they're put, and when certainty and variety and significance are put above love and connection and contribution to this world and to your loved ones and a bigger than yourself thing, it creates big issues and it can wreak havoc on your life. And in this case, what I in my story, and then what I just told you about this other man, is looking for a sense of certainty mixed in with some significance for sure, but really like a sense of certainty more than anything. Searching for certainty in what will bring him true freedom in whatever his underlying belief system is. And he believes that these external things of the license, of the career change to the military, are what's truly going to bring him freedom. And this isn't true, because true freedom comes in the confines of your heart, your mind, and your soul. There is nothing in this world that can give you true freedom, that can give us true freedom. And as soon as we begin to reach for something or think something in this world is going to bring us freedom, it's a mask, it's a trap, and it will always lead to disappointment and hitting a barrier. The same barrier, but just looks a different way. For example, for me, I thought that for a long time it was fitness that was going to bring me ultimate freedom, right? I thought that all my problems were going to go away if I just got to the scale weight, if I got to 185 pounds, if I had a six pack, if I lifted 500 pounds on the bar squat. Like, all these things are what I deemed were going to bring me the certainty that I wanted. So then I went from fitness to business, and I thought that my business was going to bring me ultimate freedom, similar to this man that I spoke to, because of time and being able to do things my way and being the boss. And what you find is you continue to run into the same mental struggles, fears, barriers, until you break through in here and in here. Now, the root of seeking for certainty is not a bad thing. Certainty is just basic survival and safety and security. Again, only when it's put in the wrong context. Let's be honest, if you're watching this right now on your phone, on your TV, laptop, whatever, odds are you are not in a situation where your basic human survival is not, or is at bay somehow. Like, you're probably just fine. So from here, it's about perspective and also some deep work that we're gonna get into here. If you've made it this far, now you're asking, well, what is the solution here? All right, I've got 4 things that I'm going to give you, just my 2 cents, that have really helped me and my years of getting to where I am now, and just that has dramatically helped my relationship and my fitness and my health and really all areas of my life. These things are things that take time. There's not any immediate things. Like anything, it's consistency that grows. These are things that compound, like putting your money in the stock market. I forgot what the numbers are, but it's like if you put a couple $100 a month starting at, 25 years old, by the time you're 65, you're a millionaire or something like that, because of that compounding interest, right? So look at these things that I'm going to go over the same way, that, over a year, 5 years, 10 years, you transition, you are a completely different man that's showing up for your family in a completely different manner. And yes, you want things now. You need to be different now. You feel stuck right now, but nothing worth having comes easy, and it doesn't come immediately. So let's get that out of the way. So these are the things that I would tell this man and that have absolutely helped me along this way. And number one is getting out of your head and into your body. What we need to do is we need to find ways to break the pattern and rewire your thinking and your behavior. And what this is going to do, getting out of your mind and into your body, such as box breathing, push-ups, air squats, something more movement related, or again, getting out of just thinking, we need to try to get you out of it into a different state of mind. Because when you're in a different state of mind, you can begin to think better. And then now we're behaving in a different manner. We're thinking differently and we're acting differently. We are a completely new man. We're not this man over here that's feeling stuck and drained and exhausted and distracted from life, but we are present with our family. We're here now. We're showing up, leading the man as the man that we want to be. Number two, pauses throughout your day when you begin to feel super overwhelmed, super stressed out. And we all have these moments throughout the day, but being able to recognize these moments and just taking a second, taking a step back and grounding yourself back in that presence in God and just being here in that moment. Number three, find the good. Catch yourself in negative thought patterns, stop, and find the good. So a little neuroscience trick here. Name the feeling that you are experiencing. Let's say it's fear. When you begin to name these things, immediately the intensity is brought down a bit, and now we're able to think a little bit better. And then this ties into number one, we're thinking better, we're in a different state, and ultimately now we can begin to shift our perspective a bit. We can begin to, you know what, maybe things aren't as bad as I'm making them out to be. We can begin to flip our perspective from negative to more of a point of gratitude. And again, this takes time, but absolutely plays a huge role in your quality of life when you're feeling stuck. And number four is just do the hard work. Go into the shadows of your closet, dig deep, find what you're trying to chase or run from. Seek and you shall find. All of these things that I just went over, again, they compound. They're not immediate things, but if you want to truly change the being that you are, get out of being stuck and begin to show up that man, the husband, father, maybe it's just fiance, in my case, just boyfriend. Show up that man that you want to be, leader that you need to be for your family, and then the man that the world needs you to be, because men in this day and age we're being attacked now. I mean, let's be honest. So we need to rise up. And in order to do that, these four things are absolutely they're invaluable long term. All of these things in some form will begin to bring you immense amount of peace, and they're going to calm your nervous system. And when you're in more of a calm state, you're going to be a lot more present. Now you're showing up at night, giving your daughter and wife the attention, or fiance, the attention that they need and want. You're enjoying the small things again and just being present there with them. And next time that your daughter, son, and loved one wants to go play, and instead of being like, all right, you're excited, like you want to go do that thing with them because it fills you up. It's the love that you're looking for and that they need as well. You're beginning to make decisions in the light of love and connection and contribution, growth to this world, than the certainty or the significance that we talked about earlier. Maybe you even begin to see that you were put in this position here, now, location, time period, for a reason, a purposeful reason. So if you resonate with any of this, I'd love to connect with you. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to chat with you. Let me know what you guys want to see. Thoughts, comments down below. We'll see you in the next one.